What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. We got a double episode today. We just went off live. We did the sports show that got kind of heated. Now we about to change gears. About to go into this relationship. We about to save some relationships, right?
Save 'em.
Yeah.
Give a little pregame.
Yeah. Well, we just gonna give our input on some on relationships and stuff like that. Well, yeah. So the first thing topic that I wanted to talk about as far as relationships go, because I was talking to a friend of mine, and like I don't know if y'all follow like like a lot of this red pill type conversations. Like, how can I explain red pill? It's like they are talking about like women hit the wall at a certain age, and women almost like like they're not as valuable once they get older as they are like when they're younger. So my thing is like how can a woman maintain her value in a relationship as the relationship grows older? You know what I mean? So I want to know if y'all have like any input or what y'all think about, or do you even think that women even lose the value in a relationship as it get older, as the relationship age and progress?
I think it's more of like a cultural, societal thing where they just focus on the younger, the fresher, the more vibrant girls. You know what I'm saying? Because after a certain age, women do, like, I guess they hit menopause and they're just like less interested in like being sexually active, but that's not for everyone. And I feel like in today's society, that's not the story anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that are out. There's so much technology, and so many things that could prevent that. But I feel like just because that's been the story, for so long, I feel like people just don't value older women. But if you think about it, okay, like Bernice Burgos, she's a grandmother, right? But she's well kept. She keeps herself up. She's vibrant. She still has that sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like after a while, when women get married or you're in a relationship for so long, you kind of stop doing those things that attracted him in the beginning because you already have him. And then now you're worried about home and your kids and college and things. So you're not really focused on being the main attraction anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the story for every person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer that you could keep it spicy no matter what age you are.
The way I view that though, first, like you got to break down what you consider value to be.
Right.
So if we talking aesthetically and sexually and things of that nature, that's one thing. But I think every single thing has value. And the way a woman maintains that value, she really doesn't have to do anything but stay true to herself. You understand what I'm saying? So in terms of that, like I am going to share a story. If we want to deal with just aesthetics.
Well, I mean, and I think, all right, so I want to take a look at both of them, like aesthetics and then like true value. You know what I mean? So yeah, so what's your take?
Well, aesthetically, I remember when I was a kid in middle school, I used to lust after my teachers, and they were older. They had a mature look about them, right? And as I got older in my 20s, I was no longer attracted to that. But since something magical happened within me, as I hit 40, all of a sudden now, the mature woman, some grays, I say wear and tear from life, that's starting to become a turn on.
Right.
And then if you look at the adult industry, right? Because, at one time, I really struggled with porn addiction. So when you're dealing in the adult industry, this milk thing has also been something that's really a big market, things like that. So I think like as we evolve as people, we start vibrating on different frequencies, and our perceptions change, and then how we look at the same things we've been looking at, we can see it different. So I never thought in a million years when I was in my 20s that an older woman would turn me on sexually.
Right.
And now she does. You understand what I mean? So with that being said, it's really up to that woman to understand who she is and her value.
Right.
She determines whether she loses her value.
Right.
In a sense, because I feel like it's also your values and what your experience was, because you could be in your 20s and you didn't hit up all the bad baddies, and then you realize it ain't really nothing out there. It's all the same chick. You keep hitting off the same chick, and you're not really getting your soul, flourish. You're not. She's not meeting you where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Because these young girls haven't experienced life to even give you or add value to what you have, because we're in a culture where it's about what they could gain and not what they could
So let me
add to your
Speaking-
value.
Speaking on that real
Mhm.
quick, in all actuality, their value doesn't necessarily have to be maintained. Their value grow with it
Right.
because they can bring so much
Right.
more.
Right. But if
to a
you
relationship
but you know, the young men don't really know that
Yeah,
until you experience, like I said,
absolutely.
running through these different females. And
Yeah.
as you get older, you value different things more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know, like you grow, you evolve, you know.
Yes.
And I feel like the MILF thing you were speaking on is because plastic surgery and things are just so available now, health and stuff. And so the older women are keeping themselves up. Like for example, when you said middle school, how like my daughter, she's 15, no 14. So when she comes home from school, like the little boys walk her home, she's like, Mom, they would not leave me alone till they came and say hi to you. Like, you know, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and so a lot of people don't think that I'm about to be 37. They think that I'm younger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like I feel like
Yeah, but it's not plastic surgery, Keith. That's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
right, but I'm just saying because they're like, oh, you look really young. Like I get that all the time when I tell my age, because I lie and say I'm 25 all the time. You know, because I could get away with it. But I know as I'm getting older, you know, it's give or take. But nobody really believed me with my age until I tell them I have a grown son. I have a 20-year-old and about to be a 15-year-old.
I'll tell you what happened to me. For one day I woke up and stretch marks would drive me crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Seeing them in certain places on a woman's body.
Right.
So, I mean,
It's all on the man's mindset because I've had men that love the stretch marks like that. It's just like wounds. It lets me know that you're a real woman. And then you have people that are men that are really shallow and all about what it looks to the outside world. You know what I'm saying? You can have a beautiful face, but the stretch marks is just a complete turn off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends
So it
on
just
the-
depends on like the person and what the man actually values.
Yeah.
But what I would say society, like with Kevin Samuels, you know how he was telling people, you have how many kids? You're how old? Oh, your value is down
Right.
for the high value man because a high value man has access to all these women.
So let's
You
all right.
didn't
So when
realize.
you look at it like what Kevin Samuels was saying, so like if a woman wants to, if she is in a position that she's been married or in a relationship for a long time, and she feel like she taking some of what Kevin Samuels his philosophy, she taking that to heart. So like my point is, so like is that something that women you think they should really legitimately worry about that, or if they are worried about it, like what can a woman do in a relationship to, like I said, increase her value in that relationship or make sure that she's not like taken for granted?
Well, I would say I took it to heart because he said if you weren't married by 35, you're not a high valued woman. Like, you know, you're not going to probably not get married or whatever. But me being older at that time, I'm like, bullshit, because at the end of the day, I've been proposed to many times, but I know what I value and I know what I want, and I chose not to be married. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't stereotype everyone, but there's a lot of men that are like Kevin Samuels, and they all came out in the woodwork because, like I said, it's a societal thing. Like, you know, like the norms, like as far as like the younger women are always viewed as like fresher, you know, like they feel like, oh, they have less bodies, or they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there could be a woman that has 100 bodies, but her snatch is snatching. And there could be a person that has 1 or 2 bodies and that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really judge a book by its cover. However, that's what society does. They're going to judge you. And to keep it real, the younger women are valued more because it's more attractive, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Men are visual people. You know what I'm saying? To an extent.
Right.
Like I said, I would say like the 20-year-old, you know, coming up, the men coming up, they're visual people. But then there are some people that like older women. For example, I have so many young men. I'm like, boy, I have a kid your age, and they're like, I do not care. I like older women, you know. But like I said, it's a visual thing because I feel like I don't look 37. That's why you're attracted to me, because I don't look 37. I carry myself a certain way. My just, you know, the aesthetics of how I carry myself. So there are some people that look really bad. Like there's people that are younger than me that age terribly, and they're looked at as not high value because nobody really, you know, wants you like that.
Honestly speaking, though, it's nothing that a woman can do to increase her value in the eyes of somebody.
Yeah.
There's really nothing she can do
Right.
because that's subjective and it's up to the person.
Yeah.
who's believing.
Yeah.
What she really, I think, gaining a better understanding of self will take her to, or put her in that place, in that mindset in which she needs to be, and she'll block out the noise, societal noise, so to speak.
And then I also feel like what do men value? What is a high value woman in your eyes? And I feel like Kevin Samuels was more of like a on the outside barrier, like what it's going to look like to the world. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, I make good money, so she really don't have to worry about nothing. So I don't really care if she brings this or that. Just look good, keep yourself up. And when we hit the scene, I'm gonna feel like the man because, you know, I got me a bad one. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. So all right, so say like if you have a couple, a man and a woman in a relationship for a long, extended period of time.
Mhm.
And so if a woman is concerned about that, I think like the woman is like, each situation might be different. But say like if you're in a relationship with a man and you know that peace is important to him. So if you bring peace to that relationship, then that's a way of the woman to add value. So and
that's
then
number one.
Yeah, that'll be number one. Then so like if y'all have kids together, and because y'all been together for a long time, then that adds value and gives you a little bit of more leverage in the relationship too. But I think if she is his piece, I think a man, especially a dude who is on his purpose and he understands, relationships and stuff like that. If she brings peace to that relationship, I think that would help to add more value.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that?
That's oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, if you prioritize peace, but the thing about that is she really bringing peace? Like, can anyone really bring peace to you? You have to find your peace.
Yeah.
When you have peace, nothing can distract you.
Well,
But she could definitely be your piece, because if a woman is nagging and complaining about stuff, say you just been at work all day and you just want to come home, digest and eat a good meal and just be at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's, why you didn't take the garbage out? Why you didn't do this? She's complaining constantly, or the kids is not even kept in a place to where, okay, don't bother daddy for, when he first gets home, to where he can digest and relax for that little bit. Like, he might love his kids to death, but after you might have been funking with your boss all day and dealing with all these people of the world, and you got to come home. That's the last thing you want to do, is come home to someone that's complaining and nagging. However, a woman could be your peace, but you have to give her something to be peaceful about. You can't be out here doing you and causing all this dismay and expect this woman to be peaceful.
This is what I discovered. When you connect to your inner peace, you really find it, you search the room.
Right.
So when she comes home, that energy is so potent.
Right.
It will break down her. She won't come in with that, because that's not the vibration that exists inside of that environment. So too many times we giving our power to other people, saying you breaking my peace. No, you allowing that to happen because you haven't really connected to your inner peace. So it's
I would say for me though, because I'm an empath, so I already pick up on people's energies and stuff already. But if I love you and I care about you and I'm all about you, you having an attitude or doing stuff that will throw me off. Eventually I'll get over it, but it's still bringing bad energy into the house. Like, have you ever had people over your house and you're like, y'all gotta go because y'all energy is bad? So regardless, if you know how to master peace, the part of mastering peace is protecting your peace and not being around the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so even though you may master the peace and you know that you could be peaceful on your own and nobody could mess it up, I don't agree with that, because if you really love her and care about her and she's feeling some type of way and she's not the bubbly person that you married, it's going to affect you because you want to know what's going on. She may not want to talk to you about it because she feels like you should already know.
Well, I'm only saying this because I've lived it right now. I understand what you're saying, and it's hard to conceive that. But I've had situations where I got a dear friend of mine that's very close to me. She could be having the worst day ever. And once she gets into my presence, it changes.
Right, because your energy is good.
Right, it changes. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying certain things is on a high vibration. Right. So that's almost saying like you get a glimpse of the divine. Right.
You said she's your friend or your friend. Okay, that's different. It's different though. It's a little bit different.
Well, yeah, but
because I have friends like that.
You have to understand, like, sometimes the dynamic, and also sometimes the behavior is so much angst that it doesn't matter, friend, foe, whatever the nature of the relationship. When I'm agitated, I'm agitated. Every time in my presence. But it's almost like if you ever get a glimpse of like some euphoric feeling, I'm gonna give you for instance, you having sexual relation, right? And that euphoria of that, no matter what's going on around you, when you in that, you can't feel nothing else.
Right.
So what I'm saying is real divine peace, like when you really connect to peace, it's so euphoric in nature, you're almost oblivious to anything going on around you.
I disagree with that.
And people,
I'm just saying that's your experience. So I'm gonna just say, and I'm not gonna take that from you.
Well, let me say, all right, I noticed. All right, so now would that example that you just gave, would that work like in an environment? Say like if you're in an environment where it's like you're incarcerated, and if you incarcerated, like is like the peace that you want. You know what I mean? It's nothing but confusion all around you. If you know what I mean? I think if you look at it like that, that might be able to.
Well, I've had friends that spent time, and one of my friends, strongest mental dude I ever met in my life, the way he maintained and got through prison,
right,
because he escaped in his mind.
right, yeah. You have to be somewhere else.
You know, when you learn to detach, it doesn't matter the environment.
I agree with that because I know how to detach quick, right? And but I feel like when you say that you're oblivious to that, I feel like that's a little bit of selfishness, because how can you be oblivious to someone's bad energy or negativity when you have a soul tie with this person, you love and you care about this person? So naturally, you're gonna pick up on that energy. Now, what you do with that energy is upon you. You could be like, okay, girl, I'm not playing with that today. I'm gonna totally ignore what you have going on. But at the same time, it's easier said than done. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, you could, like you say, when you're agitated, you're agitated. So if you come home and you're agitated and she's adding to the agitation, she has now you're not at peace at home. And you may be agitated for something that didn't have nothing to do with her whatsoever. But now you want to go home to digest that agitation, and you don't have anywhere to release that because you're walking into that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this though. Because my baby father is almost 60 years old, right? And I was in a polygamous relationship with him, right? Had all types of bitches, all types of, excuse my language, all types of women. And he said, you know what's crazy? He was like, I actually like you. He was like, I could be around you, I could be at peace. He's like, I tolerate all these other women. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because of what they give and what they can provide. So for me, it's like, even though I was like fired up about certain things, I was like more passive. So I didn't really nag or complain like the average person would do, but I was very young and I didn't know my boundaries at the time, you know?
So, all right. So what about if a woman is like, all right, if the guy he got the good energy, like you said, he a peaceful dude. And why wouldn't it be like to the woman's advantage to get onto his program if he that kind of dude, and she recognized that he the kind of dude that's on his purpose, and then she want to do whatever's best for them because they are a team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if she used to nagging or doing, something that might disrupt this peace, and it would seem like she would, to increase the value of what she brings to the table, and she would like, you know what? Especially he a positive dude. I'm going to fall in line and get on his page.
Right.
You know what I mean? So wouldn't that,
Yeah, that would definitely add value. But I feel like some women have had encounters with so many toxic men that when they do come around a genuine person with good bubbly energy, they self-sabotage because they're so used to arguing, like, you know what I'm saying? Or they're used to causing stuff to disrupt, even though he's did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they were raised, or that's just that type of woman that she is. So I feel like.
Yeah. All right. So how I feel about that situation, like when I'm dealing with a woman, I'm not even like, because I'm not a healer. So like if you've been through trauma before and you can't handle the relationship that I'm presenting to you, then that's on you. Then you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to because life is short. I'm not going to sit and try to rescue you if that's not, so like I'm not even concerned about, to an extent of like your past relationships. I'm concerned about like what you're going to bring to the table and what you can contribute to this team that we built.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
right.
That's how I think.
Let me ask you two a question. Do you guys believe in what you experience in life as a reflection of where you are, where you resonate, where you vibrate at? Do you feel like you come back to you?
Oh yeah, I think so. And the reason I know that that's true for me is because, like I said, like I attract certain types of people. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like the people in my life, like people who bring drama and stuff like that, I don't attract them. But then I could talk to a buddy of mine, and he got these women in his life who causing all this stuff, and I'll be like, man, it's you. You know what I mean? You the common denominator in all of this.
So you made a comment about women dealing with toxic relationships and men dealing with it. But the thing is, the toxic, I can't even say the word toxicity. Is actually a product of yourself.
Exactly.
It's not the people.
Right.
So that's what I mean by the peace.
Right.
When you resonate in peace, that's gonna constantly be the manifestation in your reality.
Right. But I will say this, because that's where I'm at in my journey right now. only because I removed myself from California, moved and removed myself from certain people, because you could have good energy and still attract the opposite. So you have to be mindful of, you can have a good heart and be a giver, right? You'll attract the good people that are like yourself, but you'll also attract the people that are users. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to differentiate. You have to have discernment with certain people. And this is just my experience, you know what I'm saying? And where I'm at in my journey is I'm protecting my peace at all costs. I don't care who you are, because I know my worth and I know my value. But I will say that I have been through some traumatic experiences, and I have been through a lot of things, and I have worked on myself. But it also, your love language matters. You know what I'm saying? You know how everyone has their love language. Some people are like, they're materialistic, or they do, what do you call that? They do things for you. It's just a different bunch of love languages, right? And I feel like for me, because I have been so traumatized with being put in foster care and being left for dead, that I do have abandonment issues, right? But I do not allow that to mess up my trust. However, I do require assurance.
Do you believe being able to heal and get beyond your abandonment?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely healed, but where I'm at in my journey right now is not giving when they're not deserving. I'm the type of person, I don't care who you is. If you're my friend and I know you, and you come to me and you say, I'm gonna figure it out. Even if I can't help you right then and there, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm the type of friend that'll give you her shirt off her back. I'm just always that friend that's gonna pick up every phone call, right? But then what I realized is that I was the strong friend, right? But when I became the weak friend, or just was going through some things, I couldn't call on these very people that I was there for, that I may have been there financially for, or just there physically for, or spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm selfish with me right now. You know what I'm saying? And I've tolerated a lot of BS from men, because for me, and I'm not cocky or conceited or anything, because I'm an attractive young lady, I always get put in this certain box, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm educated too. I have these things going on, and they're just still focused on the physical and and sexualizing. And it's like, for me, you'll hear you're beautiful all day. Okay, that's cool, but I want you to see me for what I really bring to the table.
And that's the whole point of this discussion, right? About like bringing value to the table, like with things that not just aesthetics, but other things
Right.
that like just are going to bring people in your
Correct.
life who appreciate the
Right.
other things that you bring to the table,
Right.
besides like like how you look. Because I think in the long run, those things will carry.
Right.
They won't fade, number one, and then they'll carry more weight with the right person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yes.
And I feel like too, your attractiveness may attract the person,
Mhm.
but your value, meaning what you can offer that no one else can offer this person. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many women. You know what I'm saying? If you're an attractive man, there's gonna be women coming at you all the time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a disciplined man is gonna be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna entertain that, because I know what I have at home. You know what I'm saying? Even if your girl may have gained a little weight, or you know what I'm saying, she don't keep herself up, that's not your focus anymore, because you value her as a person and what she brings to you, meaning the peace. When you're hungry, she could cook for you. When you need someone to talk to, you could cry in front of her. You could be emotional in front of her, and you're not going to be judged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Like men are taught in society that you can't be in tune with your feelings. You have to be this macho guy. You have to, be all tough. And so it's like a lot of men hold in a lot of anger and stuff, and then they take it out on the person that's closest to them, which is the woman.
What you say, Greg?
No, I'm just
Yeah.
a lot of what you're saying. I get it, but I just don't want you to ever stop. Like, don't ever get out of alignment with your true nature. So
Right.
if you're a person that gives and things like that,
Right.
I don't care if it never comes back from that individual.
Mhm.
It will come back.
Right.
Never say, because that's working to your benefit.
Right.
So don't never.
No.
like, you understand
Yeah,
what
because
mean?
I used to always be like, oh, I'll never let what you did to me change me as a person, right? Because I still have a loving heart, because I've been through some shit to where you would think I was supposed to be like this bitter, angry ass person. I did a lot of work on myself. When I say I'm not giving my energy to those who don't deserve it, I mean, I'm talking about people that I've been around for years, 20 plus years, and you're not feeding my soul. When I come around you, you're weighing me down.
You vibrating on a certain frequency. Them people won't even come into in alignment with you anyway.
Right.
You don't have to push people away.
Right.
All you got to do is stay true to your vibe,
Right.
vibration,
Right. Right.
and keep growing in that. And you're gonna look around one day, and those people are no longer going.
No, and that's literally what I'm.
You don't have to push
Right.
nobody.
No, I'm
away.
not pushing nobody away. I remove myself
Yeah,
from that
you-
situation,
yeah,
because,
yeah.
like I said, I was like the
Your vibe.
I was like the strong person, the financial, the money maker. So it's like I'm the type of person that if I'm up, everything's on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't count. I'm not keeping count of score. I'm gonna give.
How
If I'm
does that make you feel doing it?
and it feels good, right? And that's my
That's the
passion,
key.
and I love
Yeah.
right, and I love giving back. But what I'm saying is this: when I need my cup filled, because everyone's human, you know what I'm saying?
Totally get
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying during the moment, like I move, right? So I'm like, damn, I don't have no friends out here. I don't know nobody out here like that. So I'm like, I'm feeling kind of lonely. Like, I was going through I'm glad this is my new journey. I made it here, but I'm like, damn, I don't have none of my friends. So I'm like reaching out to my closest friends that I was with every day while I was in California. And I'm like, hey, I'm really lonely. I'm feeling some type of way. Like, pull up on me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I've been out here 2 years. No one has pulled up on me.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So for me, it kind of, my feelings is kind of hurt. So like I said, I have to protect my energy. I'm not pushing anyone away, and I still love you to death, but I'm loving you from a distance. I'm not going to be that person that's going to pick up the phone because I'm going through my own stuff, and I'd still be there for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a healer. I'm a peaceful person. I'm a vibe. I'm always a vibe, and I attract every setting that I'm in. I always attract people because that's just my vibe. But at the same time, you also attract people, haters, and bad energy. People will not like you because you're vibing high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to really protect your energy, and that's where I'm at with stuff. And I'm trying not. I'm in the space where I'm not taking nothing personal, because I used to be like, dang, she ain't hit me up in a minute. She could be going through her own stuff, but then I'll be like, well, I'm going through my stuff, and I still picked up the phone, and I'm still there for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's where I'm at. My journey is as far as like protecting my peace.
The magic started happening for me, like you said, I'm in a space, nobody's pulling up on me, whatever. So the magic started happening for me when I found myself in a situation like that, and I just surrendered. Like I didn't even reach out or anything. Guess what happened? Every single thing I needed to get me to the next moment
Right.
always came.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when you start trusting,
Mm-hmm.
the life that you live in and experience. Like,
Mhm.
I understand how to feel, but you feeling that way for a reason. I understood I was feeling that way for a reason,
Mhm.
because when it did come, it revealed something to me.
Right.
So every time that happened, something else got revealed, something else got revealed. And after a while, you move into a sense of enlightenment and peace, because you understand everything is already had, everything is worked out. You're going to live what you live. You don't have to really get caught up in a lot of emotion behind the relationships with people and stuff like that.
Right.
Everything is taken care of.
Let me say this real quick. Do y'all all right, so with anybody, not just a woman, but anybody who wants to add value to a relationship, it's about like learning your partner and like what the relationship need or what your partner need.
No.
You don't think so?
No, it's learning yourself.
Learning yourself.
That's it.
Yeah.
Self, you know how people always say knowledge of self is the most. Learn yourself and stay true to that. You'll never get in alignment with some bad, unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
You don't have to try. You can't make somebody else over. And if you learn to somebody else and you're going to try to cater to what they are, you're not necessarily staying true to you. You got to learn yourself. That's
Well,
the
I
key.
mean, I think, yeah, because self-control is that's the most powerful part of it, because the only person you can truly control is yourself, right? But I'm saying, but like we are social, you know what I mean? Like we are social beings.
Right.
So we not in this thing
Alone.
alone at all. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to,
So-
at some point, we gotta compromise with somebody else. Or that's just like being a salesperson. All right. So if you're a salesperson and you're an honest person, that don't mean that you deserve that sale. What's going to determine whether you're going to get that sale or not is if you meet that person's need.
Well,
You a
I
salesperson,
understand that, but
you a
this is what I'm
salesperson.
saying.
You
What I'm
selling a
saying
blue
is,
car. I want a green
we
car.
tend to meet people's needs naturally who we are. So you ever heard the term find your tribe?
Mm-hmm.
It's certain chemistry that's just a perfect marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I say perfect, I don't mean no problems. I'm just saying it's like, if I'm a talker, the person for me is a listener.
Right.
You know, if I'm a listener, I need to connect to a talker.
Right.
These things are a good marriage. There's no compromise in that. There's just an understanding, and that comes together.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I agree with you on like self and being and vibrating in your own in being who you are, but I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to say. I'm sorry, I just lost my thought. I'm trying. Oh no. So what I'm saying is, a lot of people go into these relationships and they're not healed, right? So she may not even have healed from a toxic relationship she was in, and she's bringing, you know what I'm saying? The main thing I've heard in relationships with dudes that may have did me wrong, and I feel like I'm a catch. I'm an awesome person to be in a relationship with, their first thing they say is, I'm sorry, you know, like to this day, people that I've dealt with, they still are in contact with me and still be like, you know what, you're definitely the one that got away. And I just want to apologize to how I did you because I was fighting my own demons, right? So I agree with you on that with, you know, having yourself you have to be ready and spiritually, mentally, and physically to be a good spouse, right? But I don't agree with you when you're saying you don't have to cater to someone. It's not even really catering to someone, it's meeting someone where they're at. You get what I'm saying? So you could be vibrating naturally where you're at, right? And I'm attracted to your energy because I need that. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the trauma I've been through, and I'm attracted to that, and I'm loving your energy, right? But remember when I said I still need assurance. You get what I'm saying? So because of the abandonment issues, right? But I'm still vibrating high and I'm still a good spouse for you, but these are what I need to get myself fed and what I'm saying. So by you saying you only have to be, you might be vibrating high and you don't even realize you may not even want to be the person that's reassuring me. You get what I'm saying? Like, girl, I'm here and I'm present with you and you don't have no reason to be insecure or doubt me. But if I'm still having those issues and I'm physically telling you, like, I need this reassurance, like meaning.
Connect to a person that likes to reassure somebody.
Right.
See, it's a person in natural personality and makeup.
Right.
It's a person I love. I get joy out of giving people reassurance.
Right. But you still have to learn that person, though.
I'm just saying, that's the guy for you.
Right. But you don't know if that's the person for you right away, because in marriages, some people, they'll get divorced after 40 years and they'll be like, I thought I knew this person, but I'm still learning this person. And I feel like in order to get that person you're talking about, like how you said, if you're a talker, you need a listener. You can meet someone and be attracted to them, right? How do I know you're a listener or you're a listener? You have to learn them.
You know why? And it goes unseen and unsaid, but it's a sense of knowing. So the connection is going to tell you everything. It won't even verbalize it to you in detail. You're just going to know. And too many times we don't wait for that. We try to create that. But you ever walk in and meet somebody and then the minute you meet, you just know it's familiar.
Right. And
it's familiar.
Yeah, and it be the story of my life for me.
Sometimes our ego, see, it's a different spirit and ego. So what happens is the spirit knows all. The spirit connects us to everything we're supposed to experience.
Right.
But then the ego comes in. And all the shit we've lived, the traumas and all this shit start making us question everything.
Correct.
And what I'm saying is the person has to grow to the point where the ego starts to diminish.
Right.
Because the ego is actually using up most of the essence.
I agree.
But then as we start tapping into the essence grows and the ego shrinks.
Right.
And when we vibe there, the spirit knows we trust that. And the ego has little say in anything.
Well,
I agree.
Let me ask you this then.
Okay.
So do y'all believe in soulmates?
Yes.
I believe in your soulmate is you, your higher self. You're a soulmate to everything. Every living organism is your soulmate.
But
well, let me
like
say,
I said, we are social beings,
right.
And so like.
But remember how I said that I'm with you with the manifestation and the spirituality, right?
Yes.
But I just recently got to that phase of my life, meaning with the evolution and all the things I've been through and not letting stuff get to me and just being on my spiritual journey and having faith in God and just letting him lead and surrendering, right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. I don't believe that you were always like that.
No, I wasn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. You're at a point in your life from your experiences. And I agree. That's how I am today.
Yes.
If any bad vibes, I'm out of there. Like that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. But the younger generation, you get what I'm saying? You can't just be like, okay, because you don't know till you value certain things and you get to that point in your life. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I say to the younger generation. Everything that you're going through is serving you well. The drama, the whatever, it's serving you well. You just gotta trust it because it's leading you somewhere. So you're right. I wasn't always like this. This is actually some of the premise of my book. I wrote Trauma. At the end, in the epilogue, I described how all that shit I went through was a blessing
in disguise.
Because it ultimately led me to enlightenment. You have some level of enlightenment, you heal, you find a peace that nothing can disturb. You know, so you absolutely right.
So,
I wasn't.
Let me tell y'all a quick story. I heard a story about this guy. He was an American soldier during the Korean War. He didn't want to fight. So he defected to North Korea. And North Korea, they didn't respect the fact that he was a deserter. So they kept him, and they kept him as a prisoner of war for I think like 40 years. But during that time that they kept him, they captured a girl from South Korea, and they brought her in to be his to keep him company and to be his mate.
Mhm.
So I say that to say this, like they didn't have no choice in who he got paired up with. That was just some random young lady that they kidnapped from a whole nother country and brought her in and said, "This is going to be your soulmate." So they stayed together for all those years while he was in, he was a prisoner.
Mhm.
Then I think after about 40 years, they let them go, and he told her, he said, "Look, I understand that if you don't want to be with me no more, because we only stayed together because of our situation."
Mhm.
And so she said no, she wanted to stay there. You know what I mean? She wanted to stay together.
Mhm.
So they wound up staying together. So my question to y'all is that, like, do y'all think that you can make a relationship work no matter what who the person is that you with?
Okay. It goes deep.
I'm sorry, what you say, Mike?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes.
But it always finds itself.
Always.
The things that don't make sense to us
Yeah.
make sense.
Spiritually, yes.
So-
So I will say in the physical, it appeared I didn't have a choice, but that choice was made
Right.
before you came
Right.
into the physical.
Mm.
That was a thing meant to be. Everything we live is meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing happens by coincidence.
That's why it works.
So out of all the billions of people, that's why I asked y'all, do y'all believe in soulmates? Because of like all the billions of people that's on this earth, millions and billions of people that's on this earth. And so are y'all telling me that the one person that got kidnapped was the person that was meant to be in his life?
Yes, that was the design for his life.
Yeah.
It's hard to dispute it because it happened.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying, all right, so that's what I'm saying. So, but the two people who were put in that situation didn't have any other choice.
In the
If it-
physical,
but
they
if
did.
it wasn't- if it didn't feel right, and it didn't feel like it was meant to be, then at the end of that 40 years, it'd be like,
It would've been
"Oh, this
gone."
is good, like, free,
Mhm.
good thing," but it wasn't there. It was
I-
this started to
See-
work, and it kind of felt right.
see,
my take on
See,
that.
that's Max. See, that was divine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was divine. Yeah. That was God.
Yeah, but my take on that is that, like, your situation, I think people were put in a situation, they made the best of a situation that they were put in. So that's just like back in the day when people used to get, like, say in the early 20s and the 30s, and people used to get married and stay together forever. And that's because, like, you really had, like, not too many other options. It's not like grass was greener somewhere else unless a woman ran into a dude that had money. But basically, most of the people they stayed together because they felt like they didn't have any other choice. Now
And-
people get divorced, you know what I mean, or break up. If you leave the toilet seat up, somebody be like,
It's in
they're
a lot
bad.
of cases, people did stay together because of that, but it was cases where they did.
Yeah.
Even in today's society, there's people that stay together
Right.
because of finance. They don't want. So that's
Well,
still going on. That's going to always be a part of
people-
society.
But I think, like,
That's not
people
everybody.
want to
Mhm.
people want to leave a situation. Like I said today, I think they feel more freely to leave a
Mhm.
situation than they did back in the day.
You can say that.
Not to say that was right, you know what I mean, but that's just the situation. Like,
Right.
where you have no control of the situation, that's where you're gonna stay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They think it's fake options.
Stuck here, like,
Yeah.
Social media.
But all right.
It's not looked at like, okay, I gotta stay in this. I gotta stay in this. Like, if you think about relationships, people kind of or women kind of just took whatever abuse, cheating, whatever. They kind of just took it because they felt like, I gotta stay in my marriage. I gotta make my marriage work.
So,
Where now
let me ask you
people don't
this.
feel like that.
Is options, so-called option, is option an illusion? Because when you lose, when you lose sight of like the purpose of marriage and the purpose of a relationship, if you don't have a good sense of purpose, then anything that comes into that into your circle is going to feel like it's an option. and you be like, all right, well, I don't need to be here. But if you on a purpose and you see a larger purpose, then you're not going to let anything disturb that purpose. How y'all feel about that?
Or my or if it's not aligned with me. So it can be a situation where maybe I can't work through this with a person because it may not be affecting my sanity. But then it may be another situation where I'm miserable, I'm not gaining from this, I'm kind of just being stuck dry. So then you, in turn, you losing by sticking misery and making it work. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you gotta use your option. You gotta get out for your own good. Yeah. I feel like it all go back to, like you said, like if you don't like yourself or you don't understand yourself, you just gonna take whatever hits come to you.
Right.
But if you know yourself, if you love yourself, you know what you stand.
Well, I'm saying if you're in a relationship and y'all have a common purpose and y'all building a life and y'all building a legacy together. My thing is like the way people leave relationships now, I think, because like Clayton said, like your peace depends on you. You know what I mean? So like a person is not going to disturb your peace. Now I'm saying like if it's a different situation if a person is abusive in any kind of way. But if it's something that you know that's not really not a real big deal. Some people are leaving relationships because they think that, you know what I mean, they think that they have options, but really the option is an illusion.
So if you are a driven person or an ambitious person, and you're dealing with someone who's not as ambitious or kind of like lazy and kind of just complacent, you like.
Would I stay in that relationship? All right. So my thing is my purpose. If you impede my purpose, then I'm not going to stay in that relationship.
Right.
But I'm also not going to leave that relationship for something that is like frivolous or like petty. You know what I mean? Just because I think that, you know, just say like, all right, if you married to somebody and then all of a sudden you blow up and you become famous. But the person that you married to, they understand your purpose. They're part of your purpose. They helping to build your life and your legacy together. But then somebody who come along who people might see as attractive or a distraction or something like that, it just wouldn't make sense for somebody to say, well, I got options now. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to leave this situation. You know, I'm going to put my life and my legacy and my, you know, everything at risk for somebody who, yeah. Well, yeah, it could be ego. It could be ego, or it could be, yeah. It so that sometimes their options could really just be illusions. If you don't have an understanding and if you don't have a focus about where you're going at and what your plans are.
Yeah, I feel like social media plays into that illusion. You know, it makes people, the man or the woman, feel like that they have all these options, but really it's all illusion because we all know that social media, people be capping, be prepping. It's all about what it looks like. So they get, like you said, the ego. They get confident. They get cocky. Like, girl, I got all these options because you're getting attention. You're getting these likes, but really it's all an illusion. So I feel like social media has played a major part in why people are so quick to leave because they feel like, okay, this person looks like they may be the better option because they look more financially stable. They look more attractive. You know what I'm saying? But they're not taking into account the filters, the front end, the capping. You know what I'm saying? Most people that front like they got money on social media really don't have it because the people that really have money don't even want people to know they have money. You get what I'm saying?
You also see people leave relationships and end up having
right. Yeah, true too.
Yeah. Stories who look like, oh,
right.
Well, maybe I'm not happy here. Maybe I can go find something better on the side.
Right.
Maybe there are options. So
right. And I feel like right. And I feel like social media also gives you access to these people. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when you were courting people, you had to be outside in the streets to see and physically cross paths with people and physically see them. Social media, you have access to thousands of people, millions of people.
That is part of the illusion though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I mean? But you still have access to them because all you gotta do is send them a DM. So you have access.
So it's not really options.
Right. No, it's a distraction. Yeah, it's more of a distraction and like and a pitfall is more of a distraction and a pitfall. So, all right, let me ask y'all this then. With that being said, like, can an alpha male, like a man who is on his purpose and he has his, like I said, he on his purpose and he pretty much got his life mapped out and where he want to go. Can that kind of man, can he marry just any kind of, can he bring any kind of woman into his presence and marry her?
No, he's not going to do it. because his soul won't allow it.
Yeah.
Because the alpha male, you gotta understand, they have all these options, literally, because of all these different types of women. So they could pick the cream of the crop and what they choose to be. So why would they deal with BS or, you know what I'm saying, the person that's not feeding their soul when they have all these options when they can? And I don't feel like, I mean, an alpha male might do with you, you know what I'm saying, for the time being, but I don't see him marrying just an average person.
I feel like he said if he alpha male, he gonna have to have his opposite. He gonna have to have whatever go with him. He can't
Never
just go for
matches.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
He can't just go for, you know, the woman that's gonna go for that woman. He has to have the woman that
Right.
Fits his
Natural archetype.
That's the yin to his yang.
Yep.
We all are archetypes. And,
Yeah.
and even with alpha males, like whatever, however way we describing them,
Mhm.
and however way we labeling that, like, are we giving that a superior status
Right, right,
over
yeah.
everything? Like, every single human being has power, charisma, and a draw to it, right?
Yeah.
And with the alpha male, a lot of the characteristics are ego based. So when we talk about make anything work now, his ego could be so on fleek that he thinks it's working because everything is bending to his will, but that don't mean it's working. Both people have to be happy in a situation, in my opinion, for it to be something that's working. But you know what I'm saying? An egotistical person, I'm not saying all alpha males, whatever, is egotistical, but a lot of that competitiveness, this, that, and the other is ego driven.
Yep.
So a person that's ego driven, it's gonna be hard for them to see the truth in any situation. So no, I don't think he can marry anybody and make it work, but I don't think no human being on the planet can marry anybody and make it work. You can't. It's gotta be the chemistry creates.
Right. So you gotta have that chemistry.
You gotta
there.
have that chemistry, yeah.
And then I feel like it just goes back to what you were saying. When I asked you, I'm like, but you weren't always like that. So it takes some time, you know, for that person to walk in their purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it takes time for people to get to that level to walk in their purpose. And I feel like when people get married young, I always cringe at that because you're still learning yourself. You're still working on yourself. You're not even whole as a person. You know what I'm saying? And you're going into this relationship and you're marrying this person and you're just now learning this person. You know what I'm saying? So where that's why I feel like a lot of marriages don't work because you rushed into it and you didn't even know who you were as a person. Because like I said, I'm about to be 37 and I'm just now walking in my purpose and healing. Well, I'm already healed, but you know, I'm still working. I still have stuff to work on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I know my boundaries now. I know my self-worth. And I feel like once you know your self-worth, there's no, like you said, you're gonna attract what you want, you're gonna tolerate what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Let me like how do that work then? Because we are like as men and women, we are on the clock. All right. So like they say that like a woman.
That's what I was about to say. There's societal norms that
Right.
That's a
you
construct.
need to have a baby before.
Right. Oh, hold on. Let me explain though, because like yeah, you're right. It is like a societal, like a conception in society that like, all right, women, you are on the clock. So in between 18 and what they say, you're 18 and 32, you need to be in a relationship, you need to be married, and you need to, you know what I mean? So anything that you need to figure out as far as like your person, the kind of person that you're gonna be, you gotta figure that out on the fly. Do y'all think that that's true or that's unfair?
Absolutely not. I feel like that's,
No.
something that society put on-
It's put in your mind.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna push back.
Because I feel like everyone has their own journey, right?
Yes.
And everyone, and I feel like like I said, I'm about to be 37. I'm just now finding and walking in my purpose. But what I'm saying is it may take somebody to their 50, their 40, their 60 to walk in their purpose and find their actual true love. Yes.
All right.
Straight out of college.
Yes.
Well,
This society got us in a microwave, speeding everything up, under the clock. That's all an illusion.
And I'm like,
no, I'm 31, no kids, and I'm like I'm still living. I'm content
Yeah.
with that, and I'm okay with if I have a child a little later in my 30s because I still don't feel like I'm ready yet. But of course, when you get my own family members, when you gonna have a baby, when you gonna start, it's that pressure that causes women to feel like, oh, until I'm married with kids, I'm not a woman. I'm not. I have not fulfilled my role as a woman until I am a mother or a wife. And that's the old way of thinking. I feel like you live your life. It's your journey.
Yeah.
Some people grow and mature a little bit. But to give a whole group of people, women, a
Yeah.
timeline between 18 to 32,
Y'all don't agree with the clock?
Crazy. At
Yeah.
18, you was making dumbass decisions.
And at the end of the day, even if you got past that age of having kids, you could go freeze your eggs and be ready when you're ready. You know what I'm saying? It's still your journey, and I feel it's your life, and that was a bigger lesson for me too. I was so worried about what everybody thought of me and trying to keep up, and so when I did hit rock bottom, I was embarrassed to ask for help or to even to talk about what I was really going through as a person. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm learning is my journey is my journey. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it took a lot of growth and work to get to that point of surrendering and saying, because it took a lot of time to meet people where they're at. Okay, I'm not going to take it personal because you may not be at the part of growth that I need you to be. And just because I'm there, that's selfish of me to badger you because you're not there, because it's your journey at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I can still choose, but I can still choose who I give my energy to. And that's what I was saying. I wasn't pushing people away. It's just, sometimes how you pick up the phone and that person you have a friend that just always going through something, and and when you get off the phone with them, it's just heavy on you, right? And even though you're vibrating high because you love this person, you care about this person, you're still gonna feel that feeling, and it may go away, but still, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like every man is gonna let you down. It's about who you feel is worth the suffering for, because everyone's gonna do something that may not be to your liking, but it's about who you value and who you feel is feeding your soul and where you're at in life. And so for me, I had to stop being guilty by cutting people off because they wasn't meeting me where I needed to be, that was feeding my soul, that was pouring into my cup. Because what I realized is I was pouring into my cup and until it was empty. And so at the end of the day, my soul is not fed. So that's where I'm at in my journey, is just protecting my peace. And like I said, I meet people all the time, but it's about discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you'll attract people, the good people, because you are what you attract, but you'll also attract the opposite, because I feel like that's just how it is. It's about balance. And I don't know if y'all are spiritual or not, but I feel like when you're at a certain part of growth, the devil will come with a test and try to throw you off your path, because they know that you're at a level of growth and evolution of what your next challenge is. And I feel like with new levels, there's new devils. So that's what I meant by you could be a healer and attract people that are manipulators, that are users, and you can also attract people that are like you, that have a good heart. But you just have to have the discernment to know the difference. And that's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you a beautiful thing to discover when you come into this discovery is that, and it really eliminates the clock, that it's not about the destination at all. It's not about getting
It's the company.
It's the journey. The journey, it's the experience. The destination does nothing. It's the experience. And once you learn it's the experience, there is no clock, there's none of that. It's all an illusion. Everything that you live in is what it is. Yeah.
And even though y'all say it's a journey, I say it's a company, because you could be on a journey with the right people and be going through the worst stuff, but because you're surrounded by genuine people and good energy, it's not even affecting you. It's not bothering you, because you have that good aura around you. So yes, it's about the journey, but it's also about who's on that journey with you.
That's
so rooted in yourself that you don't even care who's on that journey with you. Imagine loving yourself
So much.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but listen, but hear me out. Like, but no, hear me out though. Okay.
It's real.
It's great. It's always a plus. It's always a bonus when somebody has to break with you. But when you love yourself so much, it don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter. Parent, sibling, lover,
Right.
cousin, family. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when I lay my head down at night, when I wake up in the morning, and any time in between, whether you pass me, say hi, bye, we spend hours together.
Right.
Regardless, when you walk away, I'm still with me.
Right.
So whether you on this train or not,
Right.
I'm still gonna be moving. And
Right.
if I love myself so much, if I'm stuck in me and I know what's
Be on this side.
then when you turn your back and you don't feel like you like me, when I push
Right.
you off, or when you don't feel like being on this train with me,
Mhm.
I can still be on this train
Correct.
and still move forward.
Right.
Now,
You're going to
I would
move
love
forward.
that for
Sure.
me. I
Ain't
would
nothing
love
going.
it. But if you're not here, I love me so much, I'm still gonna keep moving. If
Right.
you come back,
Yes.
it's on you.
Right.
God bless you.
Right.
But I'm still me.
Yes.
Right.
I'm still me.
Nothing
Don't
can-
matter who on the
Right.
shirt.
Nothing
and-
can derail the train off the track.
Correct.
Nothing can derail you.
Correct. And that's where I'm at. Like I said, I remove myself. I'm by myself, right? And I'm still good. The ball's still rolling. Ain't no more monkey don't stop my show, right? But I would be lying if I said I didn't have genuine love around me, even if it was just one person that was around me. So that's why I said the journey is definitely important because I'm gonna get there regardless. Because that's just who I am. I'm determined. I'm resilient. I'm gonna do that, and I've been like that all my life. I've been an independent person all my life. But I would be lying if I said I wouldn't want someone to share the experiences with me. You get what I'm saying? When I moved and I had this bigger place, and I was like, and even though I'm still here and I'm by myself and I'm still making stuff happen, I still want someone to experience this with me because that's who I am as a person.
Right.
And so I'm not saying that, and I love myself to death. I'm all about myself. I know myself worth today, but it would still be great to have somebody that's on my same vibration, same energy, same path, same levels. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a moment, because that's what humans.
So
As a
don't-
human, that's what you want naturally.
that
Somebody.
experience, don't y'all think that y'all talking about like, but don't y'all feel like that experience, what she just described, is a necessity for people?
I wouldn't say it's a necessity. No.
Right.
No,
Right, I'm
no.
not- yeah.
No, and I was agree. Right.
You go further as a team than you do by yourself.
Right.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I'm also saying that while I'm on this journey, day in and day out, for the past 31 years, every day of my life, I've been with me.
Right.
I've never woke up and been with somebody. I mean, it's been people in and out, of course. Every day I've been with me. Whether I was happy, sad, crying, it didn't matter. I woke up with me.
Mhm.
And sometimes in the moments, I gotta figure me out. I'm
Right.
left with me sometimes. It feels great, you know, I have people around me.
Right.
I had people around for months when I lost my mom. Can't find them.
Right.
I'm still with me every day.
No, that's why I said it's important about the
if I was
company.
dependent on that, or dependent on the people who came along in the journey, then I would be lost. Then I would be
Yeah.
looking for
No,
somebody.
No, I'm with
But
you.
if I know me, I know me.
No, I agree with you on that. 100%. But the point of what we were saying was like you guys said it's the destination or the journey, right? And when I say that it's the company, I mean actually finding someone that matches my energy, like just finally find that person. But like I said, the ball is still gonna roll. And I know you said that you only had you, but you have your dad, right? So hear me out. Hear what I'm saying. No, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you still had someone. I didn't have anyone, no one, meaning no mom, no dad, nothing but my children, and barely got that because they be trying me. But anyways, what I'm saying is it's about the journey, because I do believe it's about the journey. But when I say for me, it's about the company, meaning I'm gonna be on my journey regardless, and I'm not searching for someone to be my companion. But when the time does come, when I do cross the person that I'm supposed to meet spiritually and what it was destined to be, then I feel like, okay, my purpose, I could really fully walk in my purpose, because my what I like to do, I like to care and love for people. You know what I'm saying? And even though I love myself today, and it took a lot of work to get there, it would be awesome to find someone that could take the journey with me. So for me, I feel like it's important. For me, I feel like it's about the company that you have, meaning I get what you're saying, like having people, your ball's still going to be rolling. But what I'm saying is when you finally meet a person that meets you where you need to be, and you don't have to worry about getting into it with, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's about the people that you have around you. It's just as important as the journey for me. And that's all I'm saying.
The only thing I'm saying is everything that we need and everything that we need to get us to where we're going to get.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You can relax the stress and the angst of trying to make it happen. I need to find this.
Right.
No, you just live the moments, live what your urges are, live
Right.
that and trust that.
Right.
Everything you need is gonna be a part of it.
Right.
You know, I just surrender.
Yeah.
So number one, I'm just saying I just surrendered to the design for my life.
Same.
And I know anything I need to experience, the joys, the sadness, all that is working on behalf of the
Right.
So I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with y'all. I think that, you know, like you said, you have to be, you know yourself and stay focused and stuff like that. But I also agree with Kimora, because I think that, like, it means more when you have somebody to share that with. You know what I mean? Like when you have somebody to share those type of experiences with, because we're not in this journey by ourselves.
Right.
We're just not.
And I'm like, and I'm like, I'm gonna get.
Let me speak to it.
Oh,
That's
no.
a great question. Let me speak to that for a moment. Bliss is bliss. Okay? So yeah, if I meet a person and we share something,
Mhm.
we're gonna experience a euphoric feeling is bliss.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying to you is you and at your essence is bliss.
Right.
So once you tap into bliss, it's the feel. It doesn't matter if somebody helped you get there or you there.
Yeah.
It's the same experience. It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
So it's not more. It just is what it is. That's the
Okay,
thing.
let me-
I'ma use
okay, let
this
me-
for an
okay,
example.
go ahead,
Use this for
okay.
example, right? Let's say, for instance, you self-pleasuring yourself, right?
Mhm.
You don't have a partner and you reach a climax, right? And you feel that euphoric feeling of that climax. Or you find it and you experience it with a partner.
Mhm.
It's the same feeling.
No, it ain't.
No, it
No, it ain't.
It's
No, it ain't. 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 You gonna get off, but it ain't good.
It
Look,
is. Orgasm.
That's why. That's why
everybody's
I'm push back.
experience
That's
is
why
different.
I-
No, it ain't.
No.
No, it ain't. It ain't for me.
That's why.
Trying
Like,
to-
Look,
if that was the case, because
If it's not, it's because your mind is telling you it's not.
yeah.
no,
That's it.
I mean,
Telling you.
No, you
You've
cannot.
been fed that.
You
Trying
can.
to tell you.
We robots don't even realize.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, we are programmed, but like,
everybody
but
everybody's
when it comes
path
to
is
meeting
different.
somebody else, like in order, like there's no greater pleasure in like if somebody y'all people who
Have chemistry.
yeah chemistry together and y'all accomplish something together. Now that might not last forever. It might last for the time that like what an orgasm lasts, but it's something that y'all accomplish. But when you reach that climax by yourself, it to me it cannot compare to reaching that with somebody else, that experience, that somebody that you can that
And I was taught this saying, right? They say people are in your life for a reason, season, or lifetime, right? So you're gonna cross certain people that are supposed to be in your life for a lesson, you know what I'm saying? For the blessing or for the lifetime. And I don't know if y'all are spiritual people, but it says in the Bible that you are not supposed to be alone. It is okay to have a friend. It says in the Bible, you are not supposed to be alone. And but you're like no, and I'm not saying that. What I'm saying when I say companionship, I'm not saying that I'm longing for it and I'm looking for it because I know, like you said, it's gonna come when it needs to come, right? But what I'm saying is, regardless to what my journey is, I'm telling you what my needs and what I feel like, and I love myself to death. When I'm in love and I love a person, that feeling is that I feel with myself too. But I still would love to have someone there to experience it with me, and that's just my personal thing. But like I said, the train gonna keep on moving. The ball gonna see. One monkey don't stop my show. I'm gonna get there regardless. But it would be my ideal for me to have someone to genuinely share it with. And I know that it's going to come. It may not be now or later, but I know that it's going to come because I have faith and I've surrendered, and whatever's supposed to be will be. Whatever's meant for me will happen. You know what I'm saying?
Let me take you back to what you said. People in your life for reasons, seasons, lifetimes, to that friend. Every single thing you experience, the people and everything, that's what they're here for in your life experience.
Right. That's what I'm
they're
saying.
here to do.
That's what I'm saying. Teach you
That's what
lessons.
they're here to do. Reveal you to you.
Right.
Mhm.
No,
That's it.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
That's everything is taking you into
Right.
self.
Right.
Even when you experience bliss with a partner,
Mhm.
that bliss is your internal essence.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
That's all it is.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So the bliss is the bliss, no
Right.
matter if it's being
Right.
through a vibration of experience and engaging with another, or you tap into it internally through yourself.
Right.
It's the same. It's only one heaven.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
So if she takes me to heaven, or if I go to heaven on my own, I'm still in heaven.
Right. No, and I said
You-
that. I
you
said that.
understand
That's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying. I'm gonna get there. It's about the journey for sure. But what I'm saying, what's important for me, because you know what my values may be different from what your values are, and you know everyone's purpose here and everyone's purpose here is different. You know,
I agree
I
with
may have been put on this earth to love more, to show someone what real love is. You know what I'm saying? And regardless, if you're not meeting me where I need to be, I may have been put here to cross paths with you to show you what genuine, real love and unconditional love
That's
is.
an excellent point you just made, because everybody needs what they need to actually experience you for.
Yeah.
Now, some people don't need the partner. It's
Right.
just different architects. Everybody's not the same.
Right.
Some people do, so I
Right.
respect that.
Right.
But it's some people in life. You ever see a monk and you understand, you try to figure out how a monk is able to abstain, take a vow of abstinence and stuff. Guess what I'm gonna tell? I'm gonna tell you a secret about that. Monks are actually sitting in bliss, and people don't know it. They have an internal orgasm because they are They are not wasting their sexual essence and stuff. They're preserving it all, so that sexual essence is constantly building inside of them. They're actually sitting in bliss.
Correct.
They're experiencing the same orgasm you experience when you fucking.
But those monks still
but
have
they
other
don't
monks.
have to do it to do that.
Right. And I agree
And
with
that's
that.
their archetype.
But-
So
But I feel like everyone still has someone there. When I say that, even though, okay, regardless of what,
not everyone.
no, I'm not even just talking
Some
about.
people are designed to, not everyone.
No, I'm not talking about.
It just be them.
I'm not talking about sexually or like in a relationship. I'm talking. Okay, yes, it just be them, but they still have other monks there around
Yeah,
them. So they
social. I
still
think
they
with
still
social.
have someone around them to experience that bliss. They're picking up because monks.
It's some
monks are-
people that live in remote, isolated situations with nobody. Yes.
And
Some
that
people
and that
live
might
off the grid,
right.
and it's just them.
correct, and that might be what their purpose here on earth
That's
is.
what I'm
That
saying.
might be what
That's
that
what I'm
person
saying.
is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're giving to the universe as a
Yes.
whole, that may be their purpose and walking in their purpose.
Yes.
I don't feel like that's my purpose.
Right, I
You get what I'm
respect
saying?
that. Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying?
respect
Like
that.
that's just what makes me feel good as a
Yeah.
person. Even if it's just me and my daughter, it's just someone
Right.
that it shows the same unconditional love as me. That's what feeds my fire. And I love
Yeah.
myself to death,
That's what,
but it's just something that just gives me a little bit more
that's
when
your archetype. That's your design. That's your
that
archetype.
and that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say everyone's
Mhm.
path is differently.
Yeah.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said for me, it's more. It's
Deep.
definitely the journey because I'm gonna get there regardless.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the company.
All right. This conversation, man, was it was deep.
You
Jack.
done?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
okay, that's what's up.
that's how long we been on, Mike? Ooh, okay, yeah.
I gotta go look
I
at this.
thought you
Okay.
had something
Oh, okay,
else
okay.
about honesty.
Yeah, all
Look,
right.
he ready to
y'all
go.
wanna- Now,
Okay.
Yeah, all right, one more topic, huh? Yeah. All right, one more topic. Because Clayton did remind me.
Yeah,
got
because
this
I
up.
like that. That's
Yeah.
why
All
I brought it
right.
up. I
So
like that.
let me this topic. Can a woman trust a man who believes that honesty is not always the best policy?
Woman or man.
Or yeah. Now, can you trust a person who believes that honesty is not the best policy?
No.
Go ahead, Clay.
I'm gonna be real quick. I
Nope.
believe you can.
You can.
Yes. The reason for a person to understand that there's times where I may need to lie to you,
Mm-hmm.
that's being honest. So I can trust that. I can trust. And another thing we can trust is when you really fully understand the human being, you know that people are going to fall short. So you can trust that people will fall short. But if a person is courageous enough to tell you that I don't necessarily believe honesty is always the best policy. He's telling you certain situations,
Yeah.
it's better for me to lie to you because of the effect that it might have on you mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally, and I care for you. I don't want to hurt you. That's a person, to me, in my opinion, you can trust
Yeah.
because they care enough about you to tell you that.
What you think?
I don't agree with that. I feel like no, because like I said, because I feel like give me the opportunity, tell me the truth and give me the opportunity to respect it or reject it. And then also, no, I'm saying tell me the truth to give me the option to respect it or reject it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna respect it because you did not have to tell me the truth. So that lets me know if you were willing to tell me the truth about this, then I could build that trust because I know that 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna lie to me about anything, right? For me, I don't really believe in lying, but I don't also put myself in situations to lie. Like, say for instance, I'm in a relationship and I'm saying that I'm supposed to be here. I'm not about to pick up that phone and tell you that I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm not gonna pick up the phone where I say I'm supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't like the lies. You know what I'm saying? And I've also been in a polygamous relationship where he probably divulged too much information, but it made me respect him more as a person. Like I'm talking about, it was like too much details. Like
polygamous.
yes, I was in a, like he had multiple.
Not polyamory, polygamous.
Meaning that you have multiple
I got
women.
you.
I'm talking about we were so close to the point he'd be like, girl, she couldn't even take it. Like telling me the details, right? And I would be like laughing it off because being passive, because I don't believe in letting nobody see me sweat. But at the end of the day, I respected that man because even though it was something that I probably didn't need to know and it probably did hurt my feelings, I know that I could trust you and you're gonna always tell me the truth. Because I feel like if you have to lie about something, then you probably really shouldn't be doing it, for one. And it says a lot about your character as a person because I'm gonna tell you what it is and I'm gonna give you the option to respect it or reject it. That's just me. I feel like honesty is the best policy.
All right, I feel like I agree with Clayton. Like it's not always. And the reason why I came up with this subject is because my girlfriend asked me, we was watching TV, and she said, you know, like the guy lied to the lady on TV for some reason. And she was like, I don't see why he lied. I was like, well, I see why he lied. And then, you know, she said, well, honesty is always the best policy. And I was like, no, honesty is not the best policy. So if you know me, I'm not always going to tell you the truth. I told her that too. So if you know me as a person, you know I'm a protector and a provider. You can trust and count on that. So just imagine, like, if you're in a situation where you run, y'all running, y'all together, and you got to jump off of something, and you're like, well, how far? You can't see where you're jumping at, but you know that it's something that is going to catch you, and you be like, well, how? And she want to know, well, how far of a drop is it? Oh, it's only about a couple feet. You know that it's, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all don't hurry up and make that move, that y'all gonna get, you know what I mean?
So the jump was really deeper. It was
is deeper than what she might think, but you don't have time to reassure her,
right?
But she gonna trust you, and she gonna jump. And then when she get to the bottom, she can be like, "You lied to me,
and I'll never trust you again."
I had to lie. I had to lie to you, and she will understand that I had to lie to you in order for us to be safe. So honesty is not always. But
for me, this is just me talking. If you were to tell me that it was only 2 feet and I jumped, and it was whether it's say 20, 30 feet and I jumped, I would never trust you again, because why would you play with me like that? Let me mentally prepare myself, because at the end of the day, we don't
have time. We on
the
clock.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Me and my partner is gonna be in tune. So if he say jump, we gotta jump. We got stuff to do. I'm not gonna question how far I gotta do, because I trust you, and I'm gonna follow your lead because I genuinely trust you, because I know you're gonna be honest with me all the time. So if you're telling me we gotta jump, babe, it's real deep. So just prepare yourself mentally. But it's deep. We gotta do what we gotta do. But my thing is this: once you lie, whether it's a small lie, and I find out, I'm never trusting you again.
Can you respect the fact?
All about
it. Yeah. Right. Can you respect the fact that yes.
Right. But that, yes. but yes, correct. But but
yes.
Right.
We 100%
without self.
Right.
Absolutely.
Somebody to always be honest, to always be frank, to 100%. I feel like it's all that. It's like a unicorn. It's a unicorn. Like, people ask for it because they hurt. No, I need the truth. So I want, like, they ask for it because they want it. But I feel like people are emotional. So sometimes when we get the truth, we don't react to the truth the way they know. If I would know, I would act this way. But then when you get the truth, you act a different way. So sometimes
a truth can be a barrier.
Sometimes the truth can be a barrier. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the truth is, sometimes your truth versus my truth. We could be both be telling the truth, but it's not that. Right. So I feel like honesty as a policy or a deal breaker.
It's insane.
No one is honest all the time.
No, but the question was about trust, regardless of if you're lying or not.
It's honesty.
I feel like in order for me to trust you fully, I'm not saying you have to be 100%, right? But what I'm saying is, if I was to find out, and there's always that chance, right? Then my trust for you is always gonna second guess everything that you have to tell me, because for me, like I said, give me the opportunity to respect or reject it, and 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna respect it. But that's just how I think as a person. That's just how
it's different. Like if I'm lying to you about an affair, you know what I mean? Then that's different from me lying about. If I'm lying to protect us or protect you, and that's different, and that's something that you can, like, all right, well, I don't appreciate you lying to me, but I respect your reason.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give it
partner real well.
Yeah.
When you know your partner real well, let's take a parent, for instance. They know the child real well, and they know, okay, I need this child to get this needle and take this medicine because it's beneficial. But I know my child and how they're gonna react. So I might deceive my child a little bit for them to get the thing that's necessary.
It's not
for them to get.
I'm gonna give you an example for me. So I was pregnant with my daughter in jail, right? And my grandmother, it was my grandmother's birthday, my great grandmother, the one I got tattooed right here. And they didn't want to tell me the real situation that she had going on, because they didn't want me to be stressed out, and I was pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. And when I called her on her birthday and she passed away, that hurt me more than them not telling me, because you didn't give me the opportunity to mentally prepare to accept it, because death comes and goes. You get what I'm saying? So for me, well, I'm a psychology major too. So I work through and I process stuff really quick. So that's why I appreciate the honesty, because man, like I said, man is always going to let you down, and nobody is perfect. But don't lie to me when it's unnecessary. There's no reason that you have to lie to me. Whether you could, okay, say for instance, I'm like, babe,
So
does it look like, does it look?
if it's unnecessary? Is it any time it's necessary?
No,
You don't
no,
think so?
no, because I'm the type, this is just me. This is me personally. This is me personally because I overanalyze stuff and I process stuff differently, right? And even if my feelings are hurt, I feel like it's about the delivery. Like, say for instance, I'm like, baby, does it look like I'm getting fat? And you would probably say no because you don't want to hurt her feelings. No, tell me the truth because I want to know, do I really look fat? I really want to know. And even if it hurts my feelings, I still want to know how you view me.
Some
See,
questions
me,
you already
I wouldn't ask that directly. I would say, well, it's the reason you asking me that question.
right.
What do
Exactly.
you think about yourself?
Yeah.
Everything comes back to you. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you that.
Right.
Why are you asking?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just the
exactly.
person that you don't have to lie to me about shit. Nothing.
feel you.
Because regardless of what, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna process it. I'm gonna analyze it, and the show gonna keep on
But
rolling.
could you understand that and work through that without having
It
like
should be a
like
deal.
I can, and I'm gonna, yes, because I respect the fact that you told me when you didn't have to.
Right.
No, I mean, like if somebody lied and then if the lie worked out, and you could see that, all right, this person did it for my benefit. Is that something that you could work through?
And then so
Once y'all made it through the
say, yeah, we made it through the situation, and then he came and said, this is why
And
I
you be
lied.
like, man, that water was deeper than what you told me.
Yeah, I would.
Like,
I mean,
needed you to jump immediately.
in the fact, I mean, after the fact, I would appreciate. I mean, I would get it. I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. I appreciate your honesty now, but you didn't have to lie to me from the gate. Is my thing.
Yeah.
I've forgiven people lying to me before. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of like, why did you have to feel the need to lie when you didn't have to? Like, But that's just how I think. That's just how I view things. This is just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just
I'm
not that type
saying
of person.
I'm an advocate for it, but I understand situations are different. You know, different situations. Call
No,
for
but
different things. I'm
no,
very
but-
transparent.
But yeah, right.
sometimes Ignorance is
Right,
bliss.
right.
Ignorance can
But
be
I'd rather you not
bliss.
say nothing than to lie to me. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather you
Yeah.
not to tell me anything than to actually lie. But the question was, could you trust somebody?
Well,
For me, once you break that trust with me, I'm gonna always second guess. Even if sometimes I've been lied to, right? And that even if the person started to tell me the truth about the situation,
yeah.
I'm gonna always second guess it because you lied prior, and I felt like you didn't have to.
So is trust only based on truth and lie? Like, is that the only way you build trust?
For me,
I'm just saying.
No.
no.
Yeah,
For
not.
me, for trust, for me, it's about the action, and it's but
That's what
also
I'm gauging.
Destroy the trust.
it's not gonna ruin the trust, but it's gonna definitely touch on the. It
What if
depends
you
on
have
it
so
depends.
much-
It depends
what
on
if
what you
you-
lied about
What
as
if
well.
you have so much trust for your partner because that trust has been established through other things, and you can't even detect the lie because you trust them that much.
Right, but
Anything they tell you, you believe it. That's how I did with my mother. As a child,
that's how my daughter
told me Santa Claus, all that bullshit.
Right.
Mm.
Believed it wholeheartedly because I trusted this.
But then when you found out it wasn't real, it wasn't like,
Right, ain't that I stopped trusting it.
My kid was mad as hell. She was like,
Well,
"Well,
I mean, or in a relationship where a person has developed so much so-called like equity. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all been together and you know this person, that person know you.
Right.
And then that should be like one mistake should not.
No,
jeopardize it.
what I'm saying is I'm not gonna just not trust you at all. What I'm saying is I'm gonna second guess it now. You're not gonna have my trust 100%. It's just like a broken mirror. When you put it back together, it's never gonna be the same. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? But that's just me. That's just me as a person. I pay
Yeah.
attention to routines and what people do. And for me, because like I said, I need reassurance. What you're saying out of your mouth has to match your actions. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm asking about it, I already know about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very intuitive with stuff. But that's why I said you don't really have to lie to me. I'd rather you hurt my feelings. But like I said, it's about the delivery with me. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. People lie all the time. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna sit there and say that I've never lied before to save
like,
somebody's feelings. I'm not
my
gonna say
point
that,
is,
but
like,
I'm just saying.
to separate a lie from a dishonest person. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a difference between.
Oh, there's habitual liars and people that
a
a white lie and a lie.
But like some people are dishonest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then some people, you be like, well, this person got my best interest at heart, so I'm gonna trust them, even though they lied. That's like it almost seems like an oxymoron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And that's still gonna touch my heart. Like I'm not gonna just not cut you off because now I can't trust you completely because it's a difference between me not trusting you and me over analyzing certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just need the reassurance. So
All
That's
right.
what's up, man.
How much time we been on? Woo. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
This was
yeah,
good.
man. I think we had a good discussion. You know what I mean? Hopefully we be able to get together again and have some more of these type of discussions. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all the support we're getting. With that being said, Mike, can you put the t-shirts and everything up there? Make sure to go to urbanplatformfashion.com. Pick up a hoodie. We got the hoodies. We got long sleeve t-shirts. We have short sleeve t-shirts. And the hoodies come in 3 different colors. We got the pink hoodie, the black hoodies, and the gray hoodies. So with that being said, make sure to pick up these hoodies or these t-shirts. And we appreciate y'all. Tune in every Saturday and Sunday. We go live. Throughout the week, we post videos and shorts throughout the week, but Saturdays and Sundays we go live. And we appreciate the support.
I gotta get a shameless plug.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon.com. You guys read. You like great memoirs. I have a book out called
I'm gonna have to check that book out.
A Love Letter to the World. You can get it on Amazon.com, like I said, and it's a great memoir. You'll see yourself in it. Talks about so many different forms of trauma. And sometimes, unbeknownst to us, we're triggering trauma or we're inflicting trauma on each other. But at the end of the day, every single thing we live is working on behalf of helping us heal, and it's also a blessing. So the book goes into that, a lot of details. So you can find that on Amazon.
Oh, the book's on Amazon.
Yeah,
like
Amazon.
Do you have like physical copies of them, or they just like?
I sold out twice,
Yeah.
so I don't have any with me right now. But you can go and order it offline. It's Clayton Reed Jones, Amazon. Put the title of the book in Trauma,
that's
My
what's
Love
up.
Letter to the World. Thanks for letting me plug.
Yeah, I
that,
appreciate you coming in.
bro. Oh,
man.
it's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
This was good.
Yeah. Thanks,
It's a
Mike,
wrap.
for operating that